Hello, everybody, and welcome to the midweek market update from Smack the Markets for the 13th of March. Now, this week, the Great British Pound is having an overdose of votes, which is bound to keep that market particularly sort of volatile going throughout the rest of this week at least. And we've also had sort of disappointing news from Boeing stock, which has had an impact on the mini Dow future as well. So let's go and take a look at the markets that we're focusing on, or some of the markets that we're focusing on here in the trading room, and how they're faring from the analysis from Monday and what we're sort of looking at throughout the rest of the week. Now, if we come and take a look at the sort of mini Dow future here, if you remember from Monday, what we were looking at was looking for the market to potentially find some support around this key decision area, around 25,500. So far here on the weekly, there's not been a great deal of movement. Market's still sitting, well, slightly above, but it's sitting around that sort of 25,500 area. If we come and have a look at this on the daily, we can see what sort of happened throughout the course of this week so far. So the market sort of found support here at the beginning of the week, managed to have a good rally in the early part of the week, but now it was the disappointing news on Boeing stock, basically, which actually returned the market back down to retest 25,500. So I still think 25,500 is a key area on this market. We saw that on the weekly. We see this here on the daily as well, quite a significant price point. If we close underneath here, then we could be seeing a move down to 25,000 sort of fairly easily. However, if the market can hold above this 25,500, we could be seeing a move up here to 25,850 and then perhaps back into the recent highs up here around 26,200. So we're at this moment in time, we're looking at intraday trades, trading these markets, in between these sort of structure points that we see on these sort of mid to high timeframes. At the moment here, you can see the sort of the moves that we've had intraday, and you can see the move yesterday that brought the market back into just bounce off this 25,500. So from an intraday level perspective, we have another sort of level that we can see here on the 4-hour time frame, which is around 25,630. So above that, then we've got a clear space up here towards the 25,850 again. Now, if we come back to the other markets that we were looking at, so we're looking at gold on Monday. Gold was at a key decision point area around this 1.300 area that we can see here on the daily chart. Now, as I said here on Monday, this was a key area. This level has been very, very significant going back many years on gold, and we had a potential sort of setup here on the daily chart, which was looking more short. We had a setup on the weekly chart, which was looking more long. We can see what's happened at the moment. We've had a dose of, potential sort of negative news coming out with, as I mentioned, sort of Brexit, with sort of Boeing, not particularly wonderful sort of risk appetite news. So what's happened is money's going back into safe havens, and we're seeing a push here above the 1.300 level. So this was quite a decision point area. If we come and have a look at this on the weekly, you can see here on the weekly, this is a nice sort of pullback on the weekly chart. Now we're sort of breaking through to the long side. So if this uptrend here on the weekly continues, we're going to be looking for moves up here towards the 1.350 area. So if we come down to the 4-hour chart, we can see on the 4-hour chart that we've got this sort of level through here, 1.300. We also had another level here around 1.306. You can see that the market tested this a few times before. Now the market's above that today, so it's just broken above it. So pullbacks to this 1.306 area. We'll be looking for opportunities long up towards this sort of 1.313, 1.315 area here initially on the gold market. Now, from a Forex perspective, we were looking at dollar yen here for opportunities to the long side. And we've had some trades on this one already this week. If we take a look at the weekly chart, the market is back into a significant level here. It's into the 111 level, as we can see, and we're looking to see if the market could find support here and if we're going to see the continuation of this market long. On the daily, the trend structure is really nice. On Monday, we had this green bullish candle sitting on top of the 111 level, and that's continued to sort of play out. So the market's moved up now to, it came up to sort of test the 111 sort of 420 area. You can see that this level has also had a few tests here on the daily time frame. At the moment, the market's just retraced back off that level. But again, in the context of this long trend, if the market can break through this, then we're looking for, again, new opportunities long above this 111.420 up towards that 112 area. So that's the initial move. And then, of course, if we can break the highs, we'll be looking up for moves straight up towards that 113 area too. As I say, we already had some trades on this one. We're also looking at new trade opportunities if the market can get above that level. Other markets that we could be looking at here on the currency markets, there's a few actually that we're focusing on in the trading room. Kiwi CAD is another one of interest for us. So we can see on this market that the Kiwi is has been particularly strong against the CAD for quite some time, and we've got very nice trend structures here on the mid time frames. So at this moment in time, the market has retraced back into the interesting level here. This level also coincides with the sort of value zone on the 4-hour and the 8-hour chart. We're looking to see if the market sort of finds support here. We've already had some trades on this market during the early part of the week on this move here. Now the market's retraced back in. We're going to see, if the market finds support, we'll be looking for moves long again, initially back up to the sort of 0.916 area here. And then if we get above that, we'll be looking at longs above that too. So there's a few markets there that we're keeping a close eye on through the remainder of this week here in the trading room. I certainly hope it helps. I look forward to speaking to you next time. Bye for now.